Hello, everybody out there in the internet. Welcome to Aimless Babble Z, episode 215. I'm Ticketmaster, joined by
RPG Maniac 05
and Trioptical.
So today we'll be discussing what we've been playing. I don't think there's any new stuff because like console launches like all the rage, and some Black Friday deals and Trioptical's PS4 impressions and stuff.
New stuff somewhere.
Well, maybe you should look it up.
I don't wanna.
But yeah, that's basically what we'll be doing and stuff this episode. And I don't think we'll be having an episode next week. So it's like Thanksgiving week, and we're taking a break. So,
yeah. I think actually in the past sometimes we have, because I remember talking about, you're listening to this on the drive, to wherever.
You recorded on like Tuesday or something in previous.
Yeah, I was looking at the talk shoe thingy for last year, and it seems like we did them.
We just did it
like on weird days.
Yeah.
But it was like in the week, but whatever.
Unfortunately, I have those days anyway, so it doesn't matter. So.
Well, we weren't gonna do it anyway.
Yeah. Take that, work. Ha! Joke's on you.
But yeah, what you been playing? Who wants to go first?
If my
go.
Right.
Okay.
Guy in the corner.
You
go
right?
What?
Oh, I was just volunteering you, Tekken. Oh, well, in that case, I will go first in what I've been playing.
Just volunteering people now?
So, I finished, not finished, but I played a bit of, I replayed, because I did my reverse playthrough of The Wolf Among Us, and yeah, still great. It's weird though, because,
playthrough.
On the, basically I was like doing stuff that I didn't do in my PC playthrough to like see what would happen. And it's cool because like stuff was different, so it's like, yeah, but it's like weird because like I did like stuff that like it seems like this will be a better playthrough. And I'm like, I kind of want to go back and like redo my PC playthrough. But I'm like, whatever, I'm sticking to my guns.
How's that like a reverse playthrough though? Is my question. It's like that doesn't make any sense. You're not playing it backwards. You're just
it's opposite choices, or I guess opposite playthrough, whatever. But yeah, still good.
Reverse playthrough.
Yeah.
It's really good, and I cannot wait for like the next episode. I don't know why it's not here yet, because like the game came. Well, it probably came out sooner than I remember. But man, I'm just itching and jonesing for the next one.
The episodes are out so far.
Just one.
Oh. And
then it's funny because like there was a choice that you could do at the end of this one that I didn't do in my first playthrough, and I did it in this, and I felt like such a jerk. I was like, I kind of felt like I wouldn't have done that, but at least I got to see what it was. So that was weird.
That's cheating, Tekken.
How's it cheating?
You kind of ruined because wasn't that the whole point of like the whole playing through The Walking Dead and not replaying it the first thingy and seeing what other people did because you didn't want to cheat yourself by just going through multiple times and being like, well, I'm going to choose this as my playthrough because it seems the most optimal or something, and that's just...
Yeah, but this one's different because, like, there's...
No!
The choices actually seem to matter in this one, so it's like, oh, well, that was different, so interesting. But,
the
demo for that, so.
The events are different.
Yeah, there's things where it's like since you're the sheriff, you can like choose to investigate stuff in like a certain order, and like you can only like you have to choose like which one you go to first, and it's like depending on which one you go to first, like affects stuff. So it's like this one I chose like another one, and like someone didn't die because I did that. It's like, oh well, I get to see what they have, or like I want to see like how much that affects in the second episode when they're there versus when they're not there. So it's like, oh, that'd be cool.
Is this game better than The Walking Dead?
Yes. The thing is like there's only one episode so far, but I would say it does have like it just feels like a better experience because like it's similar to it, but there's different stuff that they've done, and like graphically it seems better as far as like the like cell shading style that they're using.
I played the demo and
but then
but I was like, oh no.
Yeah, but then I was playing this on the PS3, and like it still has like the same weird like the audio lag I had when I was playing 400 Days, so it's still not like as optimized as the PC version. I noticed. I was like, eh. So there's that, but whatever. But yeah, Wolf Among Us still highly recommend it. $5 for a first episode, totally worth it.
How much is this the whole season thing?
I think it's like 22 maybe if it's on sale. It's like it's full price. It's probably like $25 or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
22 to 25, depending on where you get it.
It's not really a deal then. If each episode's like $5, though.
It's still less than $60 for a game RPG. Just
No, I'm just saying, like,
it's still totally worth it.
Buying the season pass. Oh, I guess they weren't actually having it as a deal, just so much as you just have it as it comes out, I guess, instead.
Yep.
Yeah. Then never mind.
Season pass, like Amazon Video does.
Yeah. That makes slightly more sense.
And then, I played some Mass Effect 3 because I had to redeem myself from my Volus failure from N7 Day, even though it was like the day after N7 Day, whatever, or whenever that was, I made that video. So that was fun, playing as Volus again.
Are those the little short ones that can turn...
Yep.
I remember playing as one of those things, and it was terrible.
That have respirators, and they go for rune or payday.
I spent half my time having to get revived because
they have
only
really
skills is like
they have bad shields,
be invisible
so
or
they have
die.
really low shields and health, so it's easy to die with them, which I completely forgot. But I was like, I'll pick them anyway for this N7 Day video, and I got to wave 10, and then I tried to save my teammate, and yeah, it's one of those times where I shouldn't try to save my teammate, but I did. Whatever. Anyway, besides that, Batman, Arkham Origins. Okay, so I kind of fell out of love with this game because I was playing a ton of it, and I actually realized how much of it I was playing, because I was like, when I was playing through Arkham Asylum, and I fell in love with that game, that was like a one-day thing. In Arkham City, I cracked out on it, but it wasn't that bad. Where or not that bad, but it just wasn't on the scale of, I'm going to restart this game 3 times over and keep going. Whereas this one is like, I think I had my fill. Because it's like, after you restart the game, like the 4th time, and it's like, I've already played it on the hardest difficulty, I'm just going back to get all these challenges done that I need to get all the gadgets to get all the challenges done. It's like, there's too many barriers that they put up to pad the game, so it's like you have to keep replaying it, or replay it over to get this thing that you have to get to do this challenge, to get this objective. It's just, not as well designed. It's just like, it got to me. And I was just like, you know what, Arkham Origins, like this morning I was playing it, and I was just like, I'm taking a break. Then that's when I actually went to go play The Wolf Among Us. I was like, I need to take a break from this, blah, blah. I need to take a break from this game. Because I like need new content, and there isn't any, so it's like, I kind of need to take a break until there's something new to do. Or just take a break, because I played it for like way too long yesterday, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm just going to take a break. So, besides that, Arthalad, PSP.
That never has happened with Mass Effect, though. Which is, you have probably thousands of hours in that by now.
Yeah, I think the last time something similar happened was with Gran Turismo. It was a lot shorter, and then you sort of burned through it really quickly, and then one time you were sort of fatigued by the game.
I think what happened was I got to the endurance section, and it was just too crazy. And I was like, I don't have 16 hours to... Yeah, it's like, I don't leave my PS4 on for this long, because it might melt. That's kind of dangerous. But, Archelot 2 is moving along. It's coming along. Stuff is happening. Revelations are happening. The story is progressing. It's getting really good. It's like, team up. We're coming along. The first protagonists for the first game and the second protagonist for the second game. Team up. It's like, yeah, can't wait to see how this goes down. And just taking it to the bad guys, and can't wait to see how it sets up the third game and go into that. What else have I been playing? Besides that those two. I think that might be it. But before I end, I was going to ask from you two, do you have any recommendations of games I should move on to from Batman that just have in your opinion, just really, really good combat systems? Because I was thinking of picking up DMC since
yes.
Devil May Cry has always had really fun combat.
I've already answered your question. Just do it.
I really love
Tekken,
Batman, but I know there's other stuff out there. Yeah.
Just do yourself a favor, buy the game. It's awesome.
Okay.
I got it on the Steam sale. It is quite good.
I saw it on Steam, so I was like, I kind of want to get it. And I was like, we'll wait and see. And then it does have that interesting mode where it's you hit the one-hit kill of both you and the enemy. So I was like, I got to try that.
Oh yeah.
After I played through I Am the Night mode, I'm kind of
hell and hell.
I may not be ready for Demon Souls and the abuse there, but I can just
you always are. It's always fun.
I can build up to it before I can try to take it hard. Oh, I didn't.
Wow.
That came out wrong.
Yeah, I was just about to say before you finish that sentence.
Weird.
But yeah, that's all I've been playing. So yeah.
Demon Souls is actually on sale now, though. Good problems.
I have one of them free through PlayStation Plus, but I haven't played it. I think it's Demon's Souls.
Yeah. That's the one that's on sale, so you wouldn't have to buy it then if it's already free. You have nothing to lose. Except your soul. But who needs those?
So, who's been playing something?
Oh, I thought you were still...
I said that's all I've been playing.
Yeah, but I thought you were asking for, like, other recommendations for your thingy. So you can play other stuff, but... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, other than DMC, that type of combat,
Was it mostly shooters this year or something? I wouldn't even be able to...
Well, yeah, like, a lot, there just aren't that many. I don't think so. Because, yeah, Batman sort of
Gamer would actually probably
destroyed everyone else, and then they were just like, we're not making these kind of games anymore.
You can try a Yakuza game or something, maybe.
No, it's not that kind of combat.
Oh, it's not?
That good.
Okay.
No.
I haven't played any of them, so I don't know, but I know gamers into, like, brawlers and stuff, so I figured if he was playing them, then maybe. Yeah, then I have no idea, because my genre preferences are not those games, except for Devil May Cry. So it's like one of the few times I actually play those kind of games. So yeah, I don't know.
I guess I could wait until the TMNT game finally comes out on PS3. Gosh, I mean it's on PC, but I was like,
wait, it hasn't been released yet?
Was it on PC yet? Because I think it is, but I just haven't.
Yeah, it's on PC.
Played it.
It's not on PS3 yet.
So I'll wait for the Steam
It's supposed to come out like a couple of months ago or something?
They said they're going to delay it to make it better, but it's like they haven't said anything since. So it's like, oh, just still waiting.
Uh-oh. That's what happened to The Last Remnant. That never got released for the PS3 at all. So, yeah. Well. Oh well. There goes me ever playing a good Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game. And I was all excited.
Yeah, maybe that one will be good.
I mean, it'll hold you over anyway.
I played the demo, and like the challenge mode seemed very similar, and then I did enjoy the combat. I was like, because I was at the point where I was like, I don't see why the reviews were so bad, and then it got delayed. So I was like, oh, I can't play it for whenever it comes out, and it doesn't hurt anything. So
I think after people were so down on it after the 360 thing, kind of maybe they just got scared.
Yeah, I'll just wait for the Steam sale then and get the PC version. Oh, also, I was on the forums for Arkham Origins because I was like, okay, dudes, what's up with the game? Like, why didn't I get... Oh, okay, so when I finished I Am the Night mode, I was supposed to get, like, a theme that was, like, unlocked when you get that trophy, and it didn't unlock, and I went to this, like, the forum to see, like, what that was up. And then, like, then, like, when I put my thread in there, they put it in, like, some other thread that had, like, a bunch of people that, like, I had the complaint. Well, not a bunch of people, because, like, it's not an easy trophy to get. But then, like, there's a moderator, and they're like, yeah, we know it's an issue, we're working on a patch, blah, blah. So I'm hoping whenever the next patch comes out, it'll fix it, because, like, that's the other thing about that game. It's, like, so full of effing bugs, man. It's, like, but then it's so weird, because, like, the bugs are just, it's, like, depending on, like, what platform you're playing on, like, 360 I've heard is, like, really bad, but I played on PS3, so I didn't see any of that stuff until my Game Pros, like, once. And then, like, besides that, it's just, like, really sloppy. Like, combat can be a bit weird if you're in a room with, like, objects that you can get stuck on. Because it's like, what? I didn't fly across the screen to hit the guy like I usually do? That's weird. So, yeah.
Oh no.
CIWB Montreal. Get on it, because I'm waiting. See my theme.
You're gonna keep waiting.
So that's all I've been playing. And stuff.
Well then, guess I'll go then. I picked up the new Ratchet and Clank game, Into the Nexus, which is actually a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. But I guess I should have known, considering it was like half the price of a normal game. It should have tipped me off to begin with. So I was kind of sad. But
so you finished it?
Yeah, I already finished it. So. It's only like I think it's like a few hours or so at best, because it's only like 5 worlds or whatever.
Is that 3 hours?
I mean, I don't know my total playtime. That's the thing, because I'm not sure what my total playtime was, but it wasn't long. I know that. So I mean, because I finished it in 2 days, so it's I'm pretty sure I probably could have finished it in one if I really wanted to, but it's pretty short, which made me sad. But what can you do? It happens. I don't think there was supposed to be any more games in the series anyway, right? That was the last one, probably, maybe. I don't know.
It's supposed to be the epilogue of the future trilogy.
I figured as much. Because, I mean, because I think they, set it up for it to just be, a closer to, dealing with whatever happened at the end. But, what can you do? But now I'm worried that means there won't be any more Ratchet and Clank games, so it's sad. Because I'm oh no. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know how I feel about that. So, yeah.
Actually, it's interesting when you think about that because, Nintendo is always getting ragged on about, they never release games of their mascots, blah, 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 but, over the last however many years, there's probably been, more Mario games than there's been Ratchet and Clank games, which is funny. And all the Ratchet fans are we want more, no, you can't not make them.
Yeah, it's true. It's kind of sad.
Also a dearth of Jak and Daxter games, so...
Yeah, you might as well stick up on that. Because now that Uncharted has made them so much money, they're yeah, so we're just gonna stick with the Nathan guy. And
I'm wondering what kind of capacity Insomniac has. Because they have 2 studios, but then now they're going to be making Sunset Overdrive on the Xbox One.
Ew.
And that's one of those, continually evolving games. So that means a team will have to be working on that forever. It's can they make any more Ratchet and Clank games? It would be really sad if it's gone. And actually, I feel like that is really unlikely because we already know there's a Ratchet and Clank movie coming out in 2015.
But that might be their send-off to the series for all we know, because now it's okay, well, we've done all the games, so now just the movie to finish it all off, and then they'll never see him again. It's
That's not how money works.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
You're advertising for a movie, and so the obvious thing is to do a game based on the movie. But since the movie is already based off the game, then obviously they're not going to do it exactly like that. And so, yeah, it'll work out.
But then you have the issue of how often are video game movies actually good? I mean, the reason why I even like the Resident Evil movies is because I don't like the games, so I can get away with watching those and be entertained. But I actually like the Ratchet and Clank series, so it's well...
I mean, the Ratchet and Clank movies are being made under the supervision of Insomniac, who made the games.
I don't know, Trioptical. I don't know. I'm just worried.
Yeah, it's not like it's going to be live action, so...
Yeah, I mean, it looks like
it'll be all the same character models and stuff.
just so worried. So many things can go wrong. So many things. Okay, I'll just be optimistic and hope for the best. They still have, another year and 2 years or so, so it's okay. Maybe. I don't know.
We will see. Yeah, I'm actually pretty optimistic about this one, just because of who's involved. Sony owns the property, and they are the ones who sort of enlisted this, they call Blockade Entertainment, this studio that a while back they decided they were going to try to make cheap CG movies by using the techniques that games are made from. So, motion capture and just things like that. And then, so they made a Heavenly Sword short movie based on the game. And Sony was like, wow, that's really good. And so now they're getting a bigger budget to make a Ratchet and Clank movie coming out in theaters. And that's, we'll see.
Yeah.
Same voices at least.
Well, I would hope so. Otherwise, it's what the hell's the point?
I mean, when you go live action, it's well, that person is sort of Jill Valentine. That person is sort of Claire Redfield.
Well, I don't think they would be able to really do a live action. That would be weird. They did a live action Ratchet and Clank movie because most of the characters are not really human.
I feel like
I think we discussed this before, but like I feel like there should be more like animated, like 2D or CG movies that are like based off video game properties, not live action. Just because it'd be like a better.
It would work better that way, because then you just need voice actors as opposed to the people looking and going through all this terrible.
Maybe a better adaptation where it's like if you try to like do like the live action thing and like the costumes don't look as good and like you can only have so much CGI or visual effects to like try to make it look as good. It's like
Maybe it's a budget thing or something. Because it all comes down to money.
Or if it's a drawing, it's like that looks exactly like the character. Or if it's a CG rendering, that looks like exactly like the character should look.
I just don't want it to be over. I just don't want it to be over. But now with Insomniac doing multi-platform games and stuff, I don't know. They may have given up on Sony. I don't know. I'm just worried.
No!
Scary.
Then they're going to go the way of Jak and Daxter. Never to be seen of again. Just referenced or allowed to make cameos in fighting games. So it's like, yeah. It's like, remember that time when they used to be a series? Yeah, not anymore. So, Mega Man.
Oh, man.
Speaking of Capcom, actually, I've also been playing Dual Destinies. It's a pretty interesting game. A lot of strange characters and stuff going on. I'm only on a third case or something, so haven't gotten like too far. But then again, I don't know how many cases there are in the game, so I could be very far for all I know. But I'm not. Probably not. So yeah. But that's pretty much it, I think. Maybe. Yeah. I think that's it.
Are you there, Tarbox?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. What the hell?
I'm alive.
Why are you yelling?
Firefox is here.
That's my question.
What? Yelling? I'm not yelling.
You were kind of shouting, and
I'm
like
sorry.
all up in my ear meat.
Is this better? Is this massage your earlobes?
Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess I'm still alive. Pretty much, yeah. Last I checked, I have a pulse. It's good.
Are you married yet, or is that this summer?
No, it's next October, actually.
Oh, next October.
Yeah, it was supposed to be this last year, but then stuff happened, and we had to push it back again.
I remember it was many years out, and I think that was many years ago.
It could have been that long ago, because he was just getting engaged like last year or something.
Yeah.
Was it last year?
Year before last.
Yeah. Oh, I was about to say, there's no way it could have been that long ago.
It feels like a long time.
Yep. 2012, February. That's when it happened.
Yeah. See, that's totally last year. I'm not insane.
Oh.
Well, I am, but not when it comes to that stuff anyway.
But it's like this is my first evening where I've actually had time to just relax in a long time.
Wow.
A long time.
Join the club. Sometimes it happens.
No, it's just me and Tekken. Tekken's got his schedule all worked out for the most part, and I'm off at 7 when my daughter goes to sleep.
Right.
You could be off whenever you want. I mean, they have invented sleeping pills. I forgot we are streaming this. Just kidding, listeners. I don't recommend using sleeping pills for babies. It's dangerous. I mean, God.
It's good to see things have not changed.
But seriously, though, they have a lot of sleeping medicines out there now. I mean, it'd probably take us... And since they take so much less to knock a baby out, you could like stock up on the stuff, and you'd be set for until she's like 12 or something. So that's what I would be saying if I was serious. I'm totally serious.
Well, I have not been playing any of that.
Yeah, good. Go along with it. So that way it doesn't seem as suspicious. It's like, it's a good idea.
Oh, man.
I'm only mostly kidding.
What is the current topic, gentlemen?
Which one are playing?
Okay.
Oh, you don't have to go if you don't want to. Do you want to go Trioptical, or who wants to go next? Are you done, RPG?
Yeah, I said I was.
Okay, just making sure.
Maybe. I don't know. Oh, wait. I'm lying.
Liar! Objection.
Yeah, seriously. I forgot. No, because I've been playing, what the hell's the name of that game? Phantasy Star Online 2. Because Jenna...
I don't know if the PSP or the Vita.
Vita.
Okay.
Because Jenna had imported a second copy by accident, so I took that one off her hands. Although, strange enough, she hasn't been able to make an account because the site's been down, so I was able to make mine, even though she had the game first, and now she can't play. So I was like, that's funny, but kind of sad. But, yeah, I don't know what's going on because I don't know Japanese, so yeah, I'm kind of just phoning it in. So, yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I have got up to like level 5 though, so go me and stuff. That's pretty much it then. This time though, I'm serious. I'm not lying. Maybe.
Alrighty. Who wants to go?
Yeah, I've been playing a bunch of random stuff. So, do you want to go first, Tiger Fox? For the week.
Sure. Let's see. Where should I pick up? Like
start from where the last time you were here. Everything you've been playing.
Yes, we need a full update of the last 365 days.
Hey, this one's gonna last like 7 hours. No, I'm kidding. Actually, it's pretty much the same stuff I was playing before, if that makes sense.
It does. Explain.
Still playing Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Ew.
Bunch of friends at work started playing at the same time. We got some new guys that moved in from like out of state, and I wanted to play, so I was like, okay, I'll play again. And that was like after a 4-month hiatus, so picked up playing that again. Just about have another level 50.
Wow.
I've got way too many level 50s now. Other than that, let's see. Oh, Little Big Planet Vita. I got that for my Vita for like $20, which is freaking sweet. I just played the campaign mode, which is just as awesome as the like Vita's big cousins versions, the PS3 versions of Little Big Planet.
Would it really count as a cousin, though?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. But anyway, the touch gestures, like on the touch screen and the touchpad on the Vita, mixing that in with the gameplay makes it like really fun and really immersive. It's like the reviews out there were saying that Little Big Planet Vita, or like it's the quintessential version of Little Big Planet, essentially. I was very happy with it. The storyline's kind of goofy, like always, but the gameplay, that's what that game's all about, really, not story. Gameplay is amazing and extremely difficult. I would like to eventually get together with some other people and try to go after some of those, like, 2- and 4-person areas where you can only get those sticker bubbles and stuff.
Trioptical has it. You can play with them.
With other people. So that would be really cool to go do sometime. I've only played online a little bit, and some people have made some crazy awesome levels. That's just a fantastic game. The other things I've been playing, really, little bit of Battlefield 3 still. I haven't really gotten any new games in a long time.
That's disappointing.
I know.
What was the last one?
It's been sad. The last new game I got, I think, was Little Big Planet Vita.
That came out like forever ago.
I know. What came out earlier this year that I bought? Holy crap, I can't even remember. That's terrible.
That is terrible.
Man. Of course, still playing Rock Band 3. Freaking love that game.
This is really interesting. It's like Tiger Fox is like, I've been in here a while, but I'm still playing the same one.
I know, right? Like, what the hell? Buy some new games, damn it. What's wrong with you?
Instead of spending a whole lot of money this year on games, I've been trying to just enjoy the ones I have more, as well as attempt to whittle down my backlog, my pile of shame. That was the big plan for like Black Friday coming up. Instead of spending a whole bunch of money, or really not a lot of money on games, I guess that's the goal, is not to spend a lot of money on games on Black Friday. But instead of doing that, I just want to like treat myself with some old games that I'd already bought, but I'd never played before. Be like, oh hey, this is what I got for Black Friday. Yeah, let's do it. So that's kind of going to be the goal. The thing I'd love to get is, of course, the PlayStation 4.
Everyone would love to get one, Joe. It just necessarily in the
cards. It's not in the cards, and like as far as the PS4 launch titles go, Killzone is amazing, and I would like to play it as well as Resogun, and the other one that's out, I can't remember the name of it.
The other one,
Contrast or whatever. That looked pretty cool.
That's on PS3 though as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that one's on PS3 also.
Oh, well, sweet. Anyway, I'd like to get those, but like, other than that, the only other launch title or other title I'm really looking forward to on the PS4 is The Order 1886. That looks freaking awesome. So I'm just gonna wait on that and waiting for more titles to come out. Of course,
that's the right answer.
Of course, Metal Gear, Ground Zeroes, and 5, and all that good stuff. That's a definite purchase. I mean, I bought the PlayStation 3 just because of Metal Gear Solid 4. So,
who does that?
I'm probably gonna wait until that game comes out on the PS4 and then get that. I don't know. I'm sure there's other games that come out that are amazing, but for now, I'm just enjoying the modern marvels of technology and like watching other people play their PS4 stuff on Twitch and Ustream.
Yeah, my Twitter feed has been like all filled with just Twitch crap and everything. I'm like, oh my god, everyone's just streaming now. It's like everyone's a tech.
Yeah, it's so cool. When Gamer got his on midnight, I came back and I was watching him like do all this stuff, like the first setup and all that stuff. Is pretty cool.
Yes, so ridiculous. Although Trioptical doesn't seem to have been doing any of that, which is weird because it's like kind of the whole point.
I'd like to talk more about the PS4, but we can get into that later, I suppose. The other thing I was playing, I just remembered the last game that I bought, last major purchase, was Grand Theft Auto 5.
And that's great.
Really, really enjoyed the single-player campaign on that. What can be said about it that hasn't already been said? It's insanely amazing, beautiful game, very, very talented voice cast. Freaking love Trevor, and it's addicting. The multiplayer, not so much. Kinda, sorta. I was playing it for a good week or two straight, and then I got burned out. I was like, oh, this is kind of like every other time I've played Grand Theft Auto multiplayer. I haven't tried playing since the $500,000 stimulus came through or whatever, so that might make it a little bit more fun, but no.
I'm waiting for heists. They need co-op heists.
Yes, that sounds really awesome, and I am also waiting for that. That's why I haven't sold my game. Like, some of my coworkers, they will buy these games, they'll play them, and then they'll sell them immediately afterwards. You know who you are if you're
like Asians.
You guys are crazy.
Although,
anyway, that's pretty much all I've been playing. I know it's kind of disappointing. Oh, a little bit of Mass Effect 3. Still working on the storyline.
Still.
Farther than me.
I was just about to say, you guys Tropical hasn't even got
You
through like
people on this pod.
Hey,
Tekken, you have played enough
Mass Effect for all of us?
All of us.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
And I've been reading the comics, so there.
Probably.
And they're awesome.
yes. I did restart the campaign, and I am just past. Like, the last thing that I did was I was on Mars. So it's
That's
after
the very beginning.
the beginning, yes.
I was about to say, I'm probably on Mars, and that's all. Like, to the beginning.
It's pretty much what I was playing.
I just remembered
Really
his tire
disappointing,
right up.
but
I'll go ahead.
that's it.
So I was gonna say, like, I was also playing GTA 5 because I went to see if I got the 500,000 stimulus, and I did. And then I put the game in passive mode because that's the first thing I always do.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious because, like, the first thing, well, not the first thing that happened, but I'm driving. I made a video of this, and I'll put it up on YouTube. But like, I was driving to a mission, and then like, all of a sudden I noticed that there's like cop cars all around me, but they're not chasing me, and I'm like, what's going on? And then I noticed someone is chasing me. So I'm like, okay, don't get out of the car because I'm in passive mode and they shouldn't be able to kill me or whatever. And so they start like shooting at my car and like shooting it and blah, 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 blah. But I'm not getting killed. So I'm like, haha, I'm invincible. And so I get out of the car and they hit me with their car. And I take damage. I'm like, oh no, I'm going to die because they killed me. Because I was like, didn't know like what, because I was testing out to see like what passive mode protected me against and like what it didn't. And so my health went down. But like it didn't go all the way down to like where it's in the red, and I was getting like I died, so I'm not sure if I can die or whatever. But like before they ran me over, like they like stopped, so it didn't like kill me all the way. And so they got out of their car and they start shooting at me, and then I'm like, oh okay, I'm not taking damage, cool. I'm just like, haha, I'm invincible. And so like there's cops all around, and then like they're not after me, so they're after like the people that are like trying to kill me. So I'm like, yay, please save me. And so like the people that are trying to kill me get killed by the police. I'm like, yay, I was protected. Thank you, please so much for saving me and stuff. And then I went on the mission, and then, the most funniest thing happened. It was kind of funny. But, like, I was in the mission, and, like, the waypoint to where you have to drop the car off, like, it would keep not showing up when the cops were on me, because it said, like, lose the heat every time that the cops would be on me, and my wanted level went up. And I had to, like, try for, like, it felt like a long time, like 40 minutes. I'm not sure if it was that long. But it was kind of, like, hilarious, like, what happened, because I'd be like, all right, I'm going to go deliver the car. Oh no, we're wanted. Oh no, I'm going to go deliver the car. Oh no, I'm wanted. Because the passenger in my car kept shooting at the police, some other player, and I didn't have my mic on, so I couldn't like stop shooting. So we're like the cops like just continually were like harassing me. I'm trying to like deliver this car to finish the mission, and then finally I did. I'm like, oh thank goodness, and just I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm like, I'm done for the day. I'm just gonna go play something else. I just want to see if I had money in my account. And it turned into like a whole someone trying to kill me. And I couldn't finish a mission, and it's just like just the chaos that ensued. I was like, only in GTA 5. I'm just like, I'm done. I'm just like, I'm taking a break. And like, I'll come back eventually. But, whew, yeah, that was too much for one day. And yeah, that's my little GTA 5 story. But yeah, passive mode. That's like the first thing you should always do when you enter that game, or you'll be getting abused.
Like what happened to me. Execution style. Oh no, I wasn't on my knees. I was just walking down the sidewalk, minding my own business.
No, Trioptical. Wait, how have you been playing Trioptical? Because it's your turn.
Yeah.
Well, so in the end, I was the only one here who got a PS4.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what happened. It seemed like there was so much excitement, and then I know what happened. Watch Dogs got delayed.
That's true.
But yeah. Oh, my PS4 experience was very, very, very. I guess it would be unpleasant. So the day that it came out, I was packing to move to another city. And then, so I got it. UPS came at 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and I got it, and I was like, well, I can't hook it up because the TV is way over there, and between me and the TV are just all these boxes. So I just had it there. I was like, dang it, I can't do anything. And so, yeah, that night I just had the PS4. Then in the morning, I was like, yay, I have it. But
wait.
So in the morning, finally got to move and moved over here. It took something like 8 hours. So basically that entire day was over. And Saturday night, I'm just sitting around so tired and moving and just like, I just want to, I want to play it now. So I hook it up and, my previous internet service came with a wireless router and my current one doesn't come with it. So it's just a cable modem. And I tried hooking up the cable modem directly to the PS4 and nothing, like couldn't get an IP address, nothing like that. And I was like, okay, so I have the PS4. Why is it, the text is all jaggy? I was like, that's weird. And so, skip ahead, bought a router, everything, hooked it up, like, okay, finally I can get on the internet. Oh, I can get the update, updated the PS4, and the text remained jaggy. I was like, this is really weird. Like, why is the text all jaggy? Is it supposed to be like this? So I started tweeting the gamers, like, why is my text all jaggy? It's like, oh, just install the update and it'll be fine. It's like, yeah, I did that, but it's still jaggy. And then, so myriad of technical problems, jaggy text all over everything. Internet kept like cutting out here for some reason. What else? Occasionally, like the HDMI wouldn't be reaching my TV for some reason, so the PS4 is clearly on, but there's nothing displayed on my TV, and it's like, what is happening? Do I have one of the borked ones?
Oh, no.
Yes.
And so it took a long time because, when I finally got the router, that meant I could hook up my computers and stuff to the internet. So finally started looking for service and help. Like, it turns out, so I'm not really sure what was going on with the PS4 downloading issues. I think it was just PSN being hammered. So, that's why the connection kept getting cut out, because there was just too many people trying to log in.
Yeah, it could be
the jaggy text turned out to be, and I never knew that my TV had this, but you can update the firmware on a TV that has no internet access. And you can do it at home. And I was like,
TVs
are
have
you
a lot
serious?
of internet.
Well, like smart TVs these days have internet access.
They're smart everythings now. Good lord.
Yeah, so
so behind.
Like, oh, I didn't know that I could just download a file off the internet, put it on USB key, and then plug it into my TV and it'll update.
Yep.
So I did that, and then so my jaggy text issue got fixed.
Woohoo!
The only thing now.
Okay, Trioptical, I have a question. Like, how was your TV like connecting to the internet now to where it wasn't before?
My TV isn't connected to the internet.
But then why? I'm confused now.
You should be.
And put it on a flash drive, and then plug the flash drive into his television's USB port.
Oh.
Yeah, like that thought never even crossed my mind. I was like, TVs have this? Like,
yeah, that's what I
TVs can be updated? That is crazy.
Gotta use your operating system. Yep.
Yeah, I was looking at the TV. I was like, oh, my operating system was like 1.09 or 07 or something, and the latest one was 1.15. And it was just like, oh, and it fixes all these things. Like, some HDMI devices just, their video or audio cuts out. And I was like, I've been having that problem. It's like, when was this thing released? It's like a year ago. So, yeah. Eventually, everything worked itself out. And, finally,
Joy was
jaggy.
to the kingdom.
What was that?
Joy was brought to the kingdom.
Yes. Finally, like, oh, jaggy text is gone, got all the games downloaded, and it started to work, and it's like, oh, everything's working out. Initially, so remember when I went crazy and bought all those digital games?
Yeah.
Initially, I was going to see what the wait times are going to be like. So I was like, how long is it going to take to download Call of Duty Ghosts or Killzone Shadowfall or Battlefield 4, and then sort of speak to that. But in the end, because it was all insane, those things all downloaded by themselves overnight, and I just had no idea. And I was like, oh, they're all on here already. So then I just started playing, and I was like, huh, I don't know. It seemed seamless because I was busy doing other stuff.
Well, when I was watching gamers live stream of it, it seems like it installs a bit before you can play, but it's really, really fast. It like takes like I'd say like 30 seconds to like a minute. It's not very long at all, and it's like, oh, I can play already, and like you just go into the game while it's installing.
Well, with Gamer, like he bought the disc version. Like I wanted to see how long it would take to download them.
I think also on the digital ones, it like asks you if you want to do a single or multiplayer first, but he had the disc copies like you said, so he didn't get to see that.
Yeah.
So I asked him about that in the stream, and I was like, oh, it's only a digital version. Never mind.
It was weird. I actually didn't get to see that either. Because when I went in, what I did was I was using the PlayStation app on my phone. Like I was just lying in bed, and I said, download the PS4, and I clicked one of them. And then I came out and looked, and I was like, wow, it's downloading. It's like, this is so cool.
It's in time.
But, man, impressions. I basically have half the launch lineup. So I'm not going to go into individual games, but, maybe a few of them. But, initial impressions are that I think game streaming is going to be huge this generation. Because it is so easy. You push the share button, you go over to broadcast, and then log in onto your Twitch, and that's it. Like, it starts streaming, and it just works. And the other cool part about that is that you can watch other people's streams directly from the console. It's like an app called Live from PlayStation, and it just it's totally seamless. It's almost magic. Like if you didn't understand how these things work, like this is magic. From PS3 to PS4, and suddenly it's like you push this button, and suddenly you're watching another guy play this game. Like this is crazy. And the first night I was watching because I watched Gamer's stream later. And I think Gamer bought a new capture card, so somehow he's able to capture the PS4. And but like most people can't because their cards aren't capable. And there's like copy protection stuff on the PS4. So not really sure how Gamer gets around that, but
more magic, I'm guessing.
He does something that's not legal.
I mean,
that like strips HDCP or something. I don't know how though.
Okay, yeah, it's trivial.
Because like he's doing it on his stream. He's like, okay, guys, going to test this out. I'm going to go to Netflix and see if I can stream this movie, even though it shouldn't. So he's like watching Skyfall for like a couple seconds. He's like, okay, it works. Time to go back to doing something else.
Because I was watching his, I was like, oh, this is... Which reminds me, the part where he muted his camera instead of the screen, and he was typing his password in.
Oh, yeah. I was like,
I was like, And what was funny, I was like, I wasn't watching his stream, I was watching the archive version on YouTube, so it is on YouTube.
I don't think he had all his passwords on YouTube. Yeah, like this wasn't all his passwords though. So, because like Gamer knew. It's like it's still.
But that part was so funny.
At least he didn't start watching porn or something.
Which was very likely considering it's Gamer, but
I know. I know, I saw his tweet that you replied to RPG, and he's like, my belt wasn't done and my zipper was down. It's like, I was just walking around with my zipper out. It's like, oh, Gamer.
Oh, man. Yeah, that first night when I couldn't play, and I wanted to see it, so I turned on Twitch on my phone, and I was watching Scott Lowe, the tech guy at IGN. I was watching him play Call of Duty, and it was just like, this is so neat. Like, this is the future. I'm sitting here watching it on my phone, like a 5-inch screen. I'm watching PS4 games, and there's another guy sitting out there playing them, and I can see his face, and he can see all these people chatting at the bottom of the screen, and I can even chat on this app for Twitch, and it's like, this is crazy. And yeah, it's just the ease, the accessibility. It is going to be huge this generation, which I'm not really sure what's going to happen. Like, on the one hand, I think it will promote sort of that sense that it's not just reviewers saying that games are good or bad. You really have to go figure out for yourself. And
yeah, I was wondering, like, you put a tweet out about, how the whole community aspect and social stuff was going to, like, blow up, and I didn't understand what you meant by that.
Yeah, I just... Blowing up part is just how easy it is. I imagine, you could start streaming by accident almost. It's that easy. But, yeah, no, I think there's just going to be a ton of it because it's really easy to do. And then the other thing is, because there's going to be just so many commentaries and just watching live gameplay, my hope, I think, is that there'll be less people who just go out there and have this, just that thing I was talking about, the general internet feel around the game.
Yeah.
You'll see it, you'll see it, and you'll just have kind of like a Metacritic impression in your mind. It's like, that game is good, that game is bad, even though you've never played any of them. And, with all these people streaming and sharing, that sort of internet impression is going to be much more muddy, which is, I think, really how it should be. I mean, people should decide for themselves. And maybe it sucks that sometimes you're going to buy a game that you hate. But, I think that allows for a bigger ecosystem of different types of games. Whereas when you have this Metacritic mentality, then it's just, everyone wants to make the 90s games. So what do? You make shooters, and you make Assassin's Creed, and you make, all the annualized stuff. So yeah, that has been awesome. I have not tried the Twitch thing yet, because you do need to access Twitch through your browser to actually set it up. But yeah, after that, it's super easy. I have shared a few video clips and screenshots, though, and that is also really easy. I'm not sure. So I was playing Call of Duty, and there are a bunch of weird little, I don't know if they're Easter eggs. They're just like things in the environment that you look at, and it's like, huh, that's funny and out of place. And it's like, I wonder if more games are going to have things like that for people to take screenshots of. Like the built-in capacity for sharing screenshots and videos is going to encourage developers to do things that, put stuff into their games that would be interesting for other people to see. Who knows? Maybe. The other thing, well, yeah, the system, it's really good. In-game XMB, that thing is like, it's worthless. You push it, and then it just sort of, on the PS3, all the icons are loading, and you're just sort of waiting there for it to load. On PS4, it just, you push the button, home button, and it just goes to the home screen, and it's all there. And
8 gigabytes of RAM, baby.
It is insane. Today, I was playing a game, and then I wanted to take a break, so I just pushed the home button and went to live from PlayStation and just started watching streams. And I went back to the home screen later and realized my game was still running. Like, when I went back into the game, it was still where I had left it paused. I was like, that is insane. You can actually, I watched a movie and then came back and it was still in the same place.
So no more of that. This is going to quit. Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah, like
for games,
okay.
like apps and stuff. It seems to just you can switch between them seamlessly.
Yeah, when I was watching Gamer's Twitch thingy when he like was doing his first thing on like the PS4 and like he was all giddy and stuff because like he had like multiple downloads at the same time as opposed to like one file at a time. He's like, oh, look at like every time there's like something new, he just like gets so excited. It was so hilarious.
Although that particular
like,
feature though is
so
great though to have multiple downloads at once. That is fantastic.
That's about time.
Because that whole waiting for one and then I'm like, well, I kind of want this one more than I want the other one, so then I have to like pause one download to get the other one going. It's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, so it's cool. There's there's like so much like multitasking going on. Like you can do now. You can like Trioptical said, you have, like multiple apps, multiple programs, and just like have multiple stuff in the background downloading like seamlessly. It's just so good.
Yep.
So the one question I had was like when we were talking about it a while ago. You said you were like watching this guy's face, Scott Lowe. You said when you were on IGN. You were watching his gameplay and you were watching his face. Does the console ask you to send your video as well as like your webcam or what?
Yeah, so it works with I think it only works with the PlayStation camera.
Yeah, that's what I mean, the PlayStation camera.
Yeah, so you can actually set it all up. Most people I've seen have just been streaming the game. So when you go watch their stream, it'll just be a full screen of the game. And then there are other options. You can have, so far I've only seen 3. So yeah, one is full screen. One is full screen, and it has like a video feed of the player's face up in the corner. Yeah. And it's sort of picture-in-picture, so it's on top. Yeah. And then the third one is the game screen is sort of reduced in size, and then on the bottom is like comments that people are typing in, and then on the right side is a bar, and it shows like the number of comments and number of viewers, and a video feed is up in the top of that.
Cool.
And I think, yeah, all that's up. You can choose how you want to stream it.
Neat. And is that just through Twitch or what?
That is directly on the system. So the PlayStation does all that sort of formatting, and Twitch is just receiving it and distributing the video.
Okay, but the comments are coming in through PlayStation, or are they coming in through Twitch?
Oh, the comments are coming in through Twitch.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Is it though? Is it?
It is.
I'll know I guess I'll know by next holiday season or so.
Yeah, just the UI, all the hardware stuff that I was interested in is really cool. And since I got the camera also, and I've been using the voice control stuff pretty frequently because the arrangement of games is sort of weird. So it's actually really similar to the PS3, whereas if you go into the games category on PS3 and you scroll down, all of your digital games are not arranged alphabetically. They're arranged in whatever order you played them last, which is not the best way to organize them. And PS4 is
for you maybe, but for some people it's just like, well, I did want to pick up right where I left off, so I could just do that. I don't like searching things alphabetically if I don't have to, unless there's like a way to just type in a name for something.
Well, on the PS4, you can just speak the name of the app, and it will take you there on the menu immediately.
Wait, it has voice control?
Yeah.
Huh. It's supposed to be Kinect's big thing or something? That kind of takes away from that if they... PS4 is doing it too already.
Well, it works really well. The other thing that works really well that was surprising is the face recognition. So I set up, what's it called? I don't know. I sit down in front of the PlayStation, and it detects my face, and it finds me, and then it just asks me to raise my controller up a little bit, and then it signs me in.
So kind of like how they do the phone lock things or something? Is that how That works.
Sort of, yeah. Yeah, that's a good comparison.
I've tried that on my phone before, and I was like, I'm bored with this now. So, I guess it's cool when it's like, oh, this is a cool little feature, but it's like, oh, the novelty's worn off. I'll just use a PIN number now. It's like,
yeah, well, mine isn't like set up as a passcode or anything. It's just it's just a, I guess, easy way to sign into the PlayStation. And yeah, like, you would think that it would be faster to just push X and then sign in. But I don't know. This is also extremely easy. I think they're comparable. Because, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to sit down and you're going to pick up your controller, right? And that's what it asks me to do, and then it just signs in. So it's like,
What if you didn't want to sign in?
Then I don't pick up the controller.
But I need the controller.
Why? If you're not going to sign in, why do you need the controller?
I mean, I could play stuff and everything without being signed in. I don't have to be signed in to do stuff, Trioptical.
Actually, you do. You do have
what?
to be signed in.
For why? Wait, you mean to sign in like with your username? You don't mean like PSN, do you, or something, or what?
Right, like your username. I don't know if you have to be signed into PSN.
Oh, because I was just about to say, what the hell? I thought we just went over this whole always being online, not being good. No. Oh, okay, that makes slightly more sense then.
Yeah. Man, I guess the other thing that I remember very clearly right now is that Battlefield 4. Oh my gosh, it I think huge change is coming to streaming video on the internet and a lot of things, just because 60 frames makes the game feel really different, and like it looks really different too. Because I remember watching, Battlefield 4 footage on YouTube from both PS3 and PS4, and they look kind of the same to me. And I was like, well, it doesn't seem like, I mean, yeah, it's a little bit improved, but it feels like it's going to be exactly the same. But then when you actually play it on the PS4, it is really weird. It's super smooth. And Killzone multiplayer is like that too. And I know there are people out there who just have no sense of frame rate, but it just, so I'm struggling to describe it. But
because I don't know.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference, and I'm wondering how they're going to market these things in the future. Because like when you just see video of Battlefield 4 or see screenshots of Battlefield 4, it doesn't feel like a huge improvement over Battlefield 3, even though it's a next-gen game and Battlefield 3 was on the last gen. But yeah, there's a huge improvement, and there's just no way to communicate that over the internet or even on TV because they're all 30 frame medium. So I'm wondering, it's like, how do you market 3D, as the active stereoscopic 3D on 2D planes? And this is kind of the same thing. And I'm wondering, it's like, who is going to jump on first? Like, is Twitch going to be the first place that you can stream 60 frame a second video? And then, people can actually see what these games look like in person? Or is YouTube going to be it? Or, are we just going to continue on and people will not realize that next gen actually is a huge improvement over current gen? Because, just like performance is just so much better. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Sure.
I take that as a no.
Yeah, it is.
It makes perfect sense, actually.
No, stop lying.
Like, I haven't seen PS4 gameplay, in person, except for, watching people stream it. I don't know if that's,
You don't have kiosks at your job place? thingy?
No, we don't. We actually did not get one at our...
What?
So, yeah,
that's table flipping worthy.
It is. Well, we are one of the smallest of our store in the country.
Well, then you could have just got one kiosk instead of 12. I mean, they really could have still given you guys something. It's just...
But, like, I would love to see it, but, like, I watched a video of Call of Duty Ghosts, the PS3 version versus the PS4 version, side by side, and just the improvement in the quality of the graphics and effects. Like, there were things like that were showing like a hallway scene on one side on the PS3, and then it would switch over to the PS4 showing the exact same thing. And like in the PS4, it's like, oh crap, there's a bunch of broken glass and blood on the ground. In the PS3, it was black. So it's like, what? And like just the textures are insanely detailed. It's just, and the light effects coming, like light filtering through the branches and leaves on trees in the PS4, whereas it's just like, I don't know, uniformly lit in the PS3. It's just
the wonderful limitations of our previous gen.
Yeah, like
huge
Call of Duty, I think, had to do things like that because Call of Duty on PS3 is 60 frames, and that's sort of, people think that that's why it's so successful. Like, when people experience it and they're playing it, they don't know that it's 60 frames, and yet it's just like the responsiveness and the smoothness of Call of Duty. Like, that's what people like, and that's why so many people play it. And so for their next-gen version, they already were at 60 frames on PS3. So on PS4, it's just they did, the model smoothing and better textures, and lighting is different, and like foliage is more physics based, and just things that you could actually see in screenshots. But then Battlefield 4 I think is a case where when you look at the screenshots on PS3 and PS4, you'll see some differences, but they look very similar.
Yeah.
The real difference between those two games is that Battlefield on PS3 is 30 frames, and on PS4 it's 60 frames, and you can, like, there's a huge difference in how responsive it feels, and just the look of it is better, and just so many different things, and you can't express any of those things really through watching YouTube videos or watching any streaming videos, really. You have to download these, like a Digital Foundry on Eurogamer. They've captured some of these 60 frame videos and offered them up for download, and they are gigantic. It's like 3 gigs for a 15-minute video.
Yeah.
And when you see it like that, it's like, that is what it's like playing on the PS4, and it just makes such a difference.
Also, the quality of your television comes into play. Because, it's great and wonderful if you're playing a game that's 60 frames per second, but your TV only is like a 60 hertz TV. Versus if you've got a plasma screen, like 600 hertz, amazing difference. If you've ever gone to, like, Best Buy and gone to the section, and you notice some televisions that are playing the same video, but some of them, the motion just seems so freaking fluid and smooth like butter. That's because that TV has more hertz than the other ones. Typical LED TV, LED, LCD, you're going to get between 60 and 120 hertz. 120 hertz is really good. 240 hertz is very good. But 600 hertz is what you're probably going to see on a plasma screen. And that's just like 600 times per second that TV screen is refreshing itself. So
what kind of cost are you looking at for something like that, though?
Well, there's one that's out right now. It's still one of the highest rated 60-inch plasmas that are out there. Rated by like CNET and a few others. It's the Panasonic ST60. It started being sold last, let's see, it was like this past February, I think it was. It retailed for $1,800.
Oh, is that all?
$1,800 for a 60-inch plasma screen television. That's
Do
a
they
smart.
not become smaller than 60
yeah,
inches? Or?
You can get a 50-inch.
Oh, because, I mean,
But like now,
10 inches.
I think the price for it now is somewhere around like $1,400. But massive TV, 600 frames per second, basically, 600 hertz. And it's a 3D TV, and it's good for gaming. Like, you remember years back, you didn't want to get a plasma screen for gaming because of screen burn-in. Like, any type of stuff, like heads-up display stuff that you would have would burn into the screen. The technology, plasma technology is coming along so far these days that now you don't really have to worry about that. You'll get a little bit of it if you play for like super long extended periods of time, but the TVs have like screen wipe features where it'll alternate black and white things that sweep across it, and it basically cleans the pixels and resets it back to factory. So it's amazing. I did get that TV, the ST60, so I'm speaking for me. Playing my PS3, like, oh, wow, it's insane. I can't even begin to fathom what a PS4 would look like on it. But like playing my PC,
more insane.
like Star Wars: The Old Republic on Ultra, I get 110 frames per second, and I can tell with this TV, my eyes can perceive that extremely ridiculously high frame rate. It's so good. And watching Blu-ray movies, it's like it's happening in real life in front of you. It's just insane. So if you have the means, or if you are in the market or thinking about getting a new TV, I would highly, highly, highly recommend looking into getting a new plasma screen because they're worth it. Absolutely worth it for gaming and all types of entertainment. And that's how you'll be able to get the most out of this next generation of consoles, because they've got the frame rates, they've got the quality. You just need to ditch your old TV and get a new one that can.
Maybe I like my old TV. Maybe I don't want a gigantic plasma screen in the middle of my. I don't know, because I mean, it's not like I'm always in places with a lot of space. I feel like a giant TV would just be.
Well, it doesn't have to be a giant one. Like I said, the 50-inch is not really that much bigger.
That's still kind of big.
Inch is more diagonally than a 47-inch, or 4 inches more than a 46-inch, which is kind of big. But I mean, it honestly isn't that huge, especially since you consider these plasma screens are so thin. Like this 60-inch TV I have, it's 1.5 inches thick. I could mount it on my wall if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I've got a really awesome stand, like entertainment center that I bought for it. But you can mount them on the wall, and they're probably thinner than some picture frames that are out there. So it's really easy to do, and it just makes any room look so much cooler.
Yeah. So I didn't know that it would matter that much, but it does, which I think is. I think if people who usually play Call of Duty give Battlefield 4 a shot, Call of Duty will be in trouble from now on unless they have some sort of major upgrade in the next iteration. Because, Call of Duty feels very... Like, if you play the PS3 version and then you jump to PS4 and you play the same game, it feels exactly the same. And it plays basically exactly the same. And it's just sort of like, well, why did I, pay the new console tax of $400 to get... Because that's what it is, basically.
Yeah, that's what I said. It really is what it is.
For most people, buying the console is the tax that you pay to play the games that you want. But yeah, so it feels very similar. But then if you play Battlefield 4 on PS3 and then you play the PS4 version, it's like, oh my gosh, it is so much better. It is insane. There were numerous times on PS3 where I seemed to run into AI glitches. Like I would zoom into the distance and I would see just a bunch of guys sitting in a truck and not moving. And it's like, are they ever going to come over here? And I walk up to them like, yeah, I guess they're just glitched out. We'll just kill them in the truck. But I'm wondering, is that because there just isn't enough processing and these guys just plumb forgot to come over to us? And yeah, so far on the PS4, it is everything just feels better. It's like it is amazing. So yeah. Oh, I guess the other thing is I noticed a moment when I was playing Killzone Shadowfall online where graphics can actually change the way that games play. So there's a map, and I don't remember what it's called, but on part of the map there's a ramp that heads up, and then at the top of the ramp, if you're at the bottom of the ramp and you look up, all you see is the sun, like sunlight shining down, and you just can't see anything. So basically, the tip I would give is never go up that ramp, because usually there's a guy up there in the blinding light, and he can see you perfectly fine. You're probably really well lit too, and he's like boom, boom, boom. It's like you never even see him, and you just die. But I noticed like right before I reached that point, I was looking around. I was like, this area is really bright, and then I saw a guy's shadow go by. I was like, oh, there was a guy over there. And I think I've never done that in like current gen Call of Duty or Battlefield. Like shadows were not important. You would always see the guy first, and then. But in this one, it's like
even like
because
cast shadows in our like PS3 stuff. Like, yeah, I feel like that's something.
Yeah, see, it's not even something I remember. It's like I don't know the answer to that question. But it was
right, folks. I don't think it's ever happened to me before either. It's like I usually would either see a glimpse of them or just hear them from like Turtle Beaches.
Exactly. Yeah, because I've played like online stuff, and I'm like, I don't remember ever being like, oh no, I saw a shadow through the window or something. Must be somebody nearby, kind of thing.
Yeah, it was weird. It was just like suddenly my brain clicked, and I was like, oh, a shadow went by. There was someone there, and it's like, and then the next moment I was like, I have never thought that before playing a shooter. That is weird.
Time to be contemplating this while you're in the middle of a firefight, but okay.
So it's just like, yeah, real-time shadows actually made a difference to me in the actual gameplay. It's like, so maybe just the graphical jump in stills and stuff is not as great as it used to be, but there is still a huge jump in sort of the technical qualities of the game. And, maybe these types of changes, like better frame rate and more memory for AI and just more accurate lighting and shadow models and stuff, these are the things that are actually going to change the gameplay. And, if people notice that and developers are noticing that, I think actually this could be a really awesome generation. And it is sad that you canceled your pre-order ticket.
Yeah, Tekken. Way to drop the ball. Although technically it's Ubisoft's fault, I guess. He's all
it's
on.
Yeah, it's Ubisoft's fault. Caring about their shareholders more than the customers. But I'm not going to get into it. Whatever. F them.
F them.
It made me so sad. I volunteered to work the midnight release of the PS4.
So you can steal one from somebody?
No. At our store, we had 55 pre-orders. And that's pretty decent for the itty-bitty place that we are. Like, 22 people didn't show up at midnight.
Wow.
And then, like, a total of 4 people did not come to get their consoles at all.
Did they pay for it already?
The sad thing is... No, they didn't. So the sad thing is, we couldn't just like sell them. We had to send them back.
Wait, what?
Really?
Yeah, we had to send them back. And I was like,
I don't think I've ever heard of Best Buy doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. It was something really weird, but
Wait, send them back where? Just like to the distro centers?
Yeah, to the distribution center, I think.
Really?
What if somebody wanted to come in and
weird.
buy one?
Yeah, that is really weird.
It was so strange. And we had people like beating down the doors, wanting to get in.
That's kind of messed up. Because now it's like, well, sorry, we can't give it to you because you kind of have to send these back for some reason. So
yeah, it's really weird because like shipping isn't free.
No, it isn't.
So you have to ship them, and then it's just lost. That's very strange.
That's strange.
Like, I was really excited to be a part of the launch event. I wanted it to be fun. I played the music. I had like some really cool techno music going on. It was loud and it was a good beat just to keep everybody awake and stuff.
You're one of those.
And, every hour that went by, I was like, oh, one more hour. And like 11 o'clock, I was like, one more hour till midnight. And like, I was so disappointed because everybody just looked up at me like I was a crazy idiot.
Well, in all fairness, you were screaming randomly during your launch. What did you expect to happen?
And then they went back to just chatting quietly amongst themselves. It's like, you guys suck. Give me that PlayStation 4. You don't deserve it.
They don't deserve PS4s.
So yeah, that was fun.
That doesn't make any less insane though.
I have to go. It was about 12:30 in the morning, so not too bad.
Mm.
Wow, only 20.
I know. Although he did say it's a small store though, so
yeah, a lot of like the vast majority of the ones that people did not come in to pick up were the online pre-orders.
Oh.
So they probably didn't want to leave the house to begin with.
Yeah, mine will be there. I'll pick it up tomorrow.
Except when they send them back, because joke's on you. It's like, haha.
That's so sad.
So, actually, yeah, Tekken, did you go out at all or see any in stores? I haven't seen any anywhere.
No, I did not.
I saw one day in the store.
Oh.
RPG, I haven't gone in.
I haven't even bothered
to my
checking.
stores have a kiosk either. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So
They do have
RPG, have you seen
Brian,
any?
at least. I haven't
Like for sale?
actually checked because like I've been to GameStop and I played the kiosk thingy, but that was about it. But I haven't actually checked to see if any of them were like selling, because like around here I live in a much larger city than probably the rest of you, so things have a tendency to not be in stock when you want it to be. So
Fire Emblem,
yeah, that took months to happen. I was like, son of a, it's like there can't possibly be that many fans in this city. Just can't possibly be. So yeah, I haven't even bothered trying because yeah, I doubt it.
Huh. Yeah, I'm just curious. It was like, because when I went out to the stores to get stuff for my new house, it was just like, oh, might as well go over and look. And it doesn't feel like a new console has come out. And the Best Buy in my area is, I guess they've been hit by thieves or whatever. So there were no PS4 games there. It's like, what happened? And then I found out that they were just all in the lockboxes up at the front. I was like, really? How is anyone, a lot of people don't want to talk to Best Buy people anymore. How will they know that they can get games?
Well, in all fairness, because most of their employees are terrible. But outside of that, though, I mean, I'll check tomorrow when I go to pick up Tearaway, but I doubt they're gonna have like any or anything, because even like the GameStop that's near me, it's relatively small compared to some of the other GameStops I've been to in the area, and there's a lot of times where it's like they'll be packed with full of people, so I don't even want to. Yeah, I'm not even gonna play that game to try to find out, or
especially this time of the year.
like, we're not playing that game. So already have to walk around with a bag of knives as it is. I don't want to. These people. So I don't know, but yeah, like I said, when I pick up Tearaway, I'll see if I'll just be like, oh, do you have any PS4s or something?
At the Xbox One launch.
I know, right? Be the one person there asking for Sony stuff. Like, yeah.
And how many PS4s that you're not here for Xbox One? No. Why are you at the midnight? Because I want Tearaway, but I'm just curious about the PS4.
Like, what idiot would buy an Xbox One? You guys? Seriously.
RPG would do that.
Like, come on. Let's
in a line full of people.
Oh, all you people? Really? Well.
You're all stupid.
Like, man, that's for you idiots. PS4 got released already. Probably should have came here for that, but it's alright. I won't tell anybody how stupid you are for being here. It's alright. This is a thing that's going to happen. So you know.
Did you play anything that wasn't on PS4 Trioptical?
No, I did not. Because
did you happen to finish any of those PS4 games?
Wasn't he supposed to?
I finished Resogun. Yeah. So preview from last week. No, I didn't finish. I didn't play any of those PS3 games. Mostly because I couldn't get to my PS3, and I'm still currently looking for it.
Wait.
Because I was sitting around thinking like, oh, I want to play or I was reading Gran Turismo 6 stuff. It's like, oh, I want to play Batman. I was like, where's my console? I was like, I found my controller, but that's not.
Well, that doesn't really do you.
So I was like, what?
Huh. Well then, you're gonna have to like unpack stuff.
Yeah.
So you can find it. You could like tie a flashlight around your daughter and like send her in the pile for it. It's like, here's what it looks like. If you find it, cry or something. I'm sure that would go well. But yeah. I do have to say though, I do like the controller though, because when I did get my chance to pretend to play Final Fantasy 15 before I actually played NAC, I was like, this controller feels really, really nice for the PS4. Anyway, it's a lot better than DualShock 3.
Nice controller.
That was nice. I also took up the kiosk for a while too, by the way.
I saw that tweet. That was great.
So, yeah, that happened.
It was funny because like I had been checking that website, Experience PlayStation, to see if there are any kiosks near me, and there were just none. And it was the week of launch, and there was still none. It's like, come on, this is ridiculous. And so that night I need to go out to, I forget what I need to buy, but I was like, oh, I'll just go and see if there are any kiosks at my mall. And I went over and was like, oh my gosh, they do have it. And there was a guy there with his brother, I think. And the guy was playing Octodad, and the brother was, he was talking to the store employees trying to decide what other game to pre-order. Mm-hmm. He already had Call of Duty, and he was like, should I get Knack or Shadowfall? And he's like, I don't want two shooters. But then, I don't know about Knack. And so, but yeah, I was watching his brother play Octodad, and then, they sort of went over to look at PS4 games on the shelf, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to try this and play a little bit of Octodad. I was like, man, this game is going to be awesome. And then I switched out, and like I just got into Knack, and then this kid who was standing in front of me, you know how like the kiosk has Vita attached to it? Mm-hmm. Kid was playing Vita, and he looked up and saw Knack, and he looked at me and said, can I play?
Oh.
I stood there, I was like, I just started. I was like,
damn it.
Wait a second.
You totally gave in, didn't you?
No, I did not. I played.
Oh, good. Because I wouldn't know. I would have been like, no! Get your own PS4. Because I do things like that, by the way.
Yeah, then the other guy came back and was like, "Oh, how is it?" And I was like, "It's pretty hard. I am dying a lot."
In Knack?
That's what the reviews
Yeah, Knack is pretty hard.
The demo? Did we play the same demo? What's going on here?
Well, did yours have sound?
Yes.
Yeah, GameStops here, like, they don't like to have the sound on for some reason.
Because, I mean, how else could I watch my trailers if there was no sound? It was actually really loud, which was even more awkward because it's like, whoops.
Silent.
So, I'm totally not playing the game right now.
It was really hard to judge how hard you were getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it's like the only visual cue is that you see the little blue, like, pieces fly off the back, right? Mm-hmm. And I wasn't even aware that's what it was. I was just like, oh, suddenly I'm dead. It's like, really? What happened?
Suddenly I'm dead. Well then. That's weird.
Because I died a lot in the beginning of that demo. I started getting better at it later, but it was just like, man, this is... I did not expect to die. I mean, it was like 2 guys, and I got killed.
That's weird, because like when I was playing, the reason why I didn't like it all that much, because I was like, this seems too simple. Like, what's going on here? So, I don't know. That's weird. That's strange.
Yeah. It was like, the game feels really good. I have it. I just haven't played it yet. But, yeah, like, it feels really solid. And then, it feels like timing is pretty crucial for the dodge. It's not something you can just sort of randomly use.
Well, you probably could, but it's like...
Yeah, when there are no enemies, you can randomly dodge.
Ooh, dodging everywhere.
Yeah, like, I was saying he had never played any of the kill zones because he was a 360 guy, and now he's switching to PS4. And I
woke up.
I heard that, and I was like, I just read an article where some analyst was saying, he feels like Xbox One is a shoe-in America because no one is going to switch consoles anymore. Like, the 60 and the PS3 is like, if you were on the Xbox 360, you're going to get the Xbox One. Then there's just no question.
I think I'm definitely going to wait for the redesign on Xbox One because it looks ginormous.
It is large.
Especially with all the reviews this week.
The actual one is ginormous.
It is.
Because because I'm in like the shipping where I work, but like I held one of the boxes that has like 3 of them in it, and it was really heavy, and I was like, whoa. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna wait for the redesign on this because that's pretty heavy.
It's huge compared to the PS4, especially. Which, I mean, the PS4 isn't like the smallest console itself, but still, it's like the Xbox One. It's like.
Oh, you know what? Another thing is, Connect 2 is gigantic. I have no idea where people are gonna put those, because the PS4 camera is really slick, and it comes with a stand, so you can actually. The stand is designed to work on top of flat screen TVs. And then it's just, yeah, it's like, you look at these things and like, yep, Sony is a consumer electronics company. Like, the design is just really good. And then, then I went out and I saw the Connect 2 and I was like, where are you going to put this? Like, everyone is mounting their TVs on their walls now, and it's just like, this thing is ginormous.
Everything about the Xbox One is
if you look at
unnecessary.
If you think about like all the like bad PR back in the unveil and just like put one and one together, it just seems to be more of a like set top DVR machine than a console. Like even the design like didn't really go like, we'll try to make a modern console with slick design. It's like, nope, DVR all the way.
Like it's just huge.
It's a cable box, so.
I don't even think my cable box is that big.
The cable. You need a cable box to make it work as a cable box.
It's true, which is funny. Although they should use, the fact that you can like play things through the Xbox One could totally be used as a marketing tool. All kind of console inception going on and stuff going on. It's like, hey, I would totally buy this Xbox One just to see if I can play my PS4 through it.
Does it work with Ouya? Yeah.
Did you play Playroom at all, Trioptical?
Somewhat. there's actually not much content there right now. So if you've seen any Playroom stuff, you've probably seen all of Playroom. Because it really is just the AR bots thing with the little robots in your controller, and then the robot that flies around and freezes your head or like sets it on fire and stuff like that, and then AR hockey. It works really well. It's just there's just not much to it
yet.
This is true, because apparently all the DLC coming to Playroom is going to be free. So good. Yeah, Resogun, man. There was a interview that talked about some of the, like, the interviewer, of course, is trying to get as much out of the guy as possible. Say, describe all the mechanics and everything. And he was just saying, we're not going to describe everything. There's a lot of little things for players to figure out. And, it's true. There's a lot of little sort of, the characteristics of all the different enemies and stuff like that. You gotta learn them over time playing the game, and then you figure out how you can exploit them, and then you can just like get your multiplier up so much faster. And that game is phenomenal. So much fun. So many things going on. Like every time you play, there's just so many different things you could be aiming for. It's like, I'm going to try to get the highest score possible. It's like, or I'm going to try to save all humans this time. And then like once you fail one of those things, like, one of the humans dies, like fine, I'm just going to try to keep my multiplier as high as possible. Or there's just always another goal you can pursue, even if you fail the one that you were trying to get. And yes, it is awesome.
I want a PS4.
Seriously, going from PS3 to PS4, just the hardware stuff by itself is just like, wow, it's so much better. Menu screens are amazing, just like the connection you have with all of your friends list and stuff. Trophies sync almost instantaneously compared to the PS3. Controller is better. It's like so many things.
It is a nice controller.
So far, light bar. No, I never really noticed the light bar. I guess I haven't played in the dark yet. So, yeah.
Because no scary games have come out yet.
It's a lot less, like the Move controller ball, you couldn't really avoid it. It was just, there was just this bright light. And with the DualShock 4, the light bar is actually pointed downwards. So you can sort of see it on your index fingers on the triggers. But you have to look down to see it. So, I understand, like, Shadowfall, it changes color when you, like, are injured and stuff like that. It's like, I've never noticed. I think the only one I noticed was Sound Shapes, because it pulses the music. And then, so that one, I was like, oh. That's really...
my friend Nick at work, he played Shadowfall, and he said that one of the coolest things he thought was like whenever you pick up a piece of intel, the sound plays of the DualShock 4, so it sounds like you're actually picking up this audio file and it's playing in your hand.
Yeah.
So cool.
Well, the Wii's done that for like a while now, but
actually, well, what's interesting is because I think the Wii messed up because theirs wasn't the audio quality was too poor.
Well, yeah, so the speaker's not great in the.
Yeah, it was just like it's just that's why it never really caught on. I think the DualShock 4 one is good enough. Like it's not amazing, but it's good enough that it feels Can't think of any words. It feels cool. Speaker on the controller is cool again. Because it's like, you can actually understand what they're saying. It's not all staticky and, like what was that game? Trauma Team with the spirits calling.
Oh, with the death calls.
Yes, that one added atmosphere, but
I think that's kind of the point for that one, though.
This
if anything, it was probably like No More Heroes is the one that I can remember that used it like a lot, because whenever you like right before the boss battles, whenever what's her face called Travis, you'd always have to listen to it. And she'd be babbling on and like, yeah, I have no idea what you're saying, so I'm just gonna go kill this guy now.
Yeah, this one is like, Bioshock style audio logs come out of your controller. It's like, oh, it does feel like if you don't have 3D surround sound or whatever, it feels a bit more 3D because some of the sound is not coming from in front of you. It's coming from in front of you and below where it usually comes out of. It's like, oh, there's sound coming from everywhere.
3D sound. Which reminds me, I know I saw like a story on I forgot what site it was or whatever, that they were talking about how one I think it was Microsoft that were kind of playing around with like synth emitters or something with their controllers and stuff before, and I was like, I don't know if we should ever get to that point where we should be
smelling our controllers.
Yeah, because like some of the games I play, I feel like I wouldn't want to smell what's going on.
No, like especially the types of games that are popular. It's like, what is the smell of Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Do you really want to know?
It's like these are things I would rather just leave to the imagination and never find out.
I don't need to know what Call of Duty smells like.
Like sweat and regret.
At the beginning of Futurama, where it's like, smell-o-vision users, insert nose capsules now.
It's like, no, this should never be a thing. As a matter of fact, speaking of which, I think I read, speaking of the smelling thing, I read somewhere where they were trying to do like scratch and sniff TV with something before too, and I was like, why are people doing these things? I mean, I guess once you've already done 3D and surround sound and stuff, it's like I guess smell is the only other place to go. Unless you're gonna do taste, unless you start doing it. And I really don't want to. If I don't want to smell it, I really don't want to taste what's going on either. So
it should be a Food Network exclusive. Yeah.
I really don't think I want to play with
Hey y'all, I'm Paula Dean. We're gonna cook some food.
Oh, actually, another cool thing is so the wireless Pulse headset isn't supported yet. As in, you can't plug in the Pulse USB dongle into the PS4 and get wireless sound. But you can plug it into your controller with a wire, and then tell the controller or tell the system to output all of the sounds through your controller, and then it'll just output into the headset. So then it's like semi-wireless because you're tethered to your controller, but if you're playing, you're holding your controller anyway.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, it's like using it so
it's like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Unless you are the controller.
Yeah. haven't seen anything like that yet. Yeah. Man, so much stuff. It is. Oh, and remote play actually works really well. Much to my surprise, because back when God of War and Ico got it, they were saying, oh, it works really well, and I tried it. It's like, it works better than remote play has been, but it's not really well. But this one was like, oh my gosh, this does work. This is working really well.
That's good to know. Does it like I don't, because I've never actually used remote play before, but is it like it's kind of like you could just switch it on the fly kind of thing, or is it something you have to like open up a separate app or something on the PS4 or 3 or something to get it to work?
No, the PS4 just, you can be in the middle of the game. You don't have to pause. You can just leave it and then turn on your Vita and go to the PS4 Link app, I think.
Yeah, I think some new thing just showed up on there.
Yeah.
I see.
Push that, push remote play, and, you have to set it up initially, like the first time. But after that,
obviously,
you just push remote play, and it becomes like a small version of whatever is on your screen, on your TV screen at the time, and it's on your Vita. And then controls are transferred over to your Vita.
What's the distance thing on that?
I'm not sure. It works.
As long as they're on the same wireless network.
Yeah, that works too. I haven't tried that yet. PS4 one can also do a direct Wi-Fi link. So the PS4 can talk directly to the Vita without going through your wireless network. So that's what I've been using.
More magic. That's great.
It's like one of those $200 Netgear routers. Put Linux on it and like boost the signal ridiculously, like up to a mile away, and like be able to stay on your Wi-Fi up to a mile away. Your router will die within a month because you're overclocking it.
I was just about to say.
It's totally possible.
Well, I've seen video evidence of people using remote play over 4G networks, even though it's not technically supported. But
Those are your data plans.
Yeah, I think that's the data plan thing. They're just like, no, we don't want to let you, even though if you turn on tether mode, then it's exactly the same thing.
Yep.
Silly phone companies. Well, that's good to know. So now I can kind of like switch on the fly if I have to use the restroom. We're like, oh no, I shouldn't have that last prune smoothie.
I could have used that after going to Bladder of Steel Award and Rock Band.
Although I'm guessing that would not work for games that like use both triggers though, because the Vita only has the 2 shoulder buttons.
No, so initially I thought it was just something that the hardware does, and like it mostly is, but developers still have to implement it in that they can like switch the controls about so that they actually work.
Oh.
On the Vita. So like when you're playing on the PS4, now that it has real triggers, like L2 and R2 are your aim and shoot. Mm-hmm. But when you switch to Vita, it switches to L and R. So you're still using the Vita triggers. And then I think it's like R2 gets mapped to the rear touch, like the top right corner of the rear touch. Like that, that quadrant. And then like your entire left side of the rear touch becomes L3 so you can sprint. And so yeah, they move all the buttons around and stuff. It was really confusing at first. I was like, I have no idea. Like it keeps telling me to sprint. I was like, I don't know how. And then when I went into the menus to look, I was like, oh wow, the menu, the in-game menu no longer shows a DualShock 4. It shows a Vita, and it told me like where all the controls are. I was like, that is neat.
Well, when you switch over to using the Vita as the controller in remote play, how is the sensitivity? Is it the same as it was on the DualShock 4, or do you have to readjust the Vita's twin sticks?
That I haven't tried actually, because for the most part, I'm one of those gamers that doesn't adapt the game to me. I try to adapt to the game, which is why
you're doing it all wrong.
I often get my buttons all mixed up and stuff.
That's an interesting thing to wonder, though.
Yeah.
And although, since I'm hearing like it's easier to develop for the PS4 than it is the PS3 for some reason, I mean, I guess...
It's based on the PC architecture.
Oh, is it? Is that what's doing it? Oh. Because I know I've seen a lot of stories where everybody's like, it's such a breeze to do this now. It's like, oh, well, that's good, I guess. So at least we don't have to have...
Yay, good guy, Tony.
Yeah. So I guess that means we won't have that many issues for games this gen.
And
hopefully. Maybe. Yeah, no, and more.
Yeah, we kind of already do with the whole, is it at 720 or not? On the Xbox One.
See, like, this is what is paying off. Like, the PS4, from the beginning, it was designed to be easy for developers to work with. And that's why, with much less effort, developers are getting, they're hitting the targets that they set. So I'm pretty sure everyone targeted 1080p 60 frames. And on the PS4, because it was designed to be easy, they're just, they're able to do it. So then with the Xbox One, the main purpose of the Xbox One was not to design, make it easier for developers. Its main purpose was make it sort of the ultimate expression of what the 360 could be if we had better hardware. So
they're all in one system.
Yeah, like more TV stuff, more Kinect stuff, talking to the computer, talking to your TV, all those things. And so, yeah, like it resulted in an architecture that is not as easy to work with. So it takes more effort to actually get things working. And then, because it's launch, it's like, well, launch is in 2 days. It's not like you can just, time out, we're not done yet. So, sacrifices had to be made, and resolution was the sacrifice that they made.
Oh, no.
Sucks for them.
I mean, eventually, once people figure it out and, it's not the time constraint of launch, it should be okay.
Although, is that going to, delay multi-platform stuff, though? Because, I mean, if it's easier to develop for one system than it is for the other, or is it just one of those things where it's like, well, we could just port it once we finish it on...
What are you talking about, RPG? This is the future. They can just patch it in, remember?
Oh, yeah. I forgot. We got internet. Just patch it. That's what we do. Bethesda.
No, yeah. I'm pretty sure some stuff will come out a bit... Well, I mean, you would never know, though. Is the thing. Yeah,
that's true.
They're just going to announce the release date.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, they're not going to come out and say, oh, yeah, we were done months ago with the PS4 version.
But that damn Xbox One hold us up.
They'll probably release it 6 months after release. Oh,
yeah,
remember how, we released it about 2 years before that.
Although I did see, the Destiny betas, being first on Sony stuff, so maybe more things like that will happen, and it'll cause Microsoft to get their act together. We should probably not keep letting them beat us to the punch for stuff like this. So... Because that would be pretty awesome. Wait, is Destiny cross-generational?
Yeah.
Yep.
Told you, RPG. This gen's not dead yet.
Well, it's not necessarily the whole... It's but why would you want to play the crappy last-gen version where you can get...
Maybe I don't have $400 lying around. Gosh.
But you already saved up for it, so you do have $400.
I'm taking other people's RPG. God.
I was like, you used it already?
You saved it for...
I was like, you used it already? Man.
And no, you shouldn't think about other people. You should only be thinking about yourself. That's how this works. Screw other people. I'm concerned about getting my own console. So, I'm just saying, it's, I don't know. 'Cause there's games I want, but I'm like, I don't want to get them on this gen. 'Cause, I mean, eventually I will get a PS4, and I don't want to have the
I kind of feel like
version.
It's like the whole DualShock 3 all over again, where it's like, or not the DualShock 3, but the backwards compatibility all over again. It's like, you want this game, but if you get it on the next gen, it'll be a lot shittier and awesomer.
See, man, that part is sort of crazy. Like, just the fact that current gen or let's call them last gen and next gen games all cost the same at launch. They're all $60.
Thankfully.
And it's just like, if you have the money to pay the new console tax, then it's like you would be silly not to buy the next gen version because it costs the same. Like once you've paid the tax, they cost the same and it's better.
Yeah, it's like I really want to play Lego Marvel Heroes, but I want to play it on PS4 and not PS3. So, unless it comes to PlayStation Plus for free,
how
I guess
shiny
I'll just
those
be waiting.
Legos are. Look
Speaking of PlayStation Plus, the app, the new PlayStation app for your smartphones and tablets. Some really awesome feature for those of us who have PlayStation Plus memberships, but do not yet have the awesome PlayStation 4. You can use the app, sign into the store, and go ahead and download your free PS4 games and have it on your account. So that when you do get your PS4, oh, look, it's in your downloads list. You can already get it, so you don't have to buy it later. Because that's what I did. I got Resogun and Contrast for free, even though I don't have a PS4. And I did it while I was in the bathroom, so that was awesome.
Yeah, and I don't have a cell phone, so I just went to the Sony Entertainment Network website, and I was like, yay, it's on here, so I added it. And I was like, yay, I got it for free still.
What the hell?
The fact that you can do it without having to be on your PS3 or Vita is freaking sweet. Well, you can't do it on a PS3 or Vita. You have to do it through the PC store or through the App Store on your smartphone and or tablet. Because the PS4 stuff isn't going to show up on the PS3 or Vita.
Yet.
Yeah, hopefully.
But that's a really cool feature. That made me so happy. I was like, yay, I own 2 PS4 games. I don't have a PS4.
I just about to say, but all the good that's going to do you.
So, I'm curious, actually. Tekken, you were saying that a gamer is, it seems like, going to get the Xbox One after all.
Yeah, because he's looking on Twitter. He said something about, like, I hope Amazon has it, like, buy two get one.
Yeah, because I saw that too. Because I noticed he's been mentioning like the Xbox One, so it's possible that he may already have it like pre-ordered. Because I think that was the one he was saying he was going to do it like a last minute. He was like he was going to keep it until the last minute. Well, tomorrow's the last minute, so. Guess we'll find out whether I feel like he's going to get it anyway, because it's gamer. He doesn't know how to
it's like he has a Wii U, he never plays.
Yeah, exactly, so.
I don't think he'll regret game
would be the
Xbox
first
One
time.
he'll never play.
So, yeah. But that'd be good, though, because then at least we could have him on here.
Yeah, for me, I just want to hear him rage about Rise. That's all I really want to hear. His gamer's impressions on Rise now is terrible. That will be priceless.
I actually haven't seen, like, a lot of advertisement for the Xbox One, which is weird because I figured like I'm so close to release date because I mean I've seen like PlayStation.
I know it's like
like
from their software stuff like Halo, like they have tons of like marketing, but I haven't seen anything for Xbox One either.
My Twitter feed is just constantly bombarded with Xbox One things. Like the community manager at Insomniac is super into Xbox One. And so he's just been tweeting all these things that are like, oh, this is a good thing possibly about the Xbox One. This is a bad thing possibly about the PS4. And it's just like constantly. And then for some reason, like the Twitter ads that show up on my Twitter feed are all promoted by Xbox. And it's like the next generation starts on Friday. It's like jump ahead. It's just like.
I think I've seen like one billboard when I was like on my way to work that was for like the Xbox One. It was something about I can't even remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure it was something stupid. But
the other ads I've seen were all in front of PlayStation 4 game reviews on IGN. It was like every time you load a video review of a PlayStation 4 game or anything PlayStation 4 on IGN, it was like Forza, Xbox One, TV. I think the one TV ad I saw this week was guys playing Madden and watching football at the same time.
Oh, I think I might have seen that yesterday.
I was sitting there, I was like, it makes me think that Xbox is targeting people who, I mean, like, I think you can play Call of Duty multiplayer while doing other stuff because, one, you die and respawn so quickly, and two, none of it really, there's no weight. Like, it feels very, like, Call of Duty feels like a very pointless multiplayer game. So it's like, you can be half playing Call of Duty and half doing other stuff.
That's how I always played it.
And it's just like, man, that is not the kind of games that I feel like as gamers, gamers would be interested in. Gamers want, why is like The Last of Us or The Walking Dead so good? It's like, it's super immersive and you care about what happens to these people. You want to hear what they're saying and, you want to not necessarily be in their world, but like you are in their world.
I was about to say.
And it's just like,
that one.
Yeah, it's just like, why would you ruin that by watching TV on the same screen that you're playing The Walking Dead on? And then, when I saw the advertisement, it's like, see, this is what they're targeting, and this is their biggest failure. It's like, they thought that people wanted to do this, but I don't think anyone wants to do this unless, it's going off their data. It's like, everyone plays Call of Duty, and when I play Call of Duty at home, I'm also doing other stuff like chatting or browsing the web or whatever. So yeah, that's going to be an awesome system. And that's what they made. Like, it's the game system to play games that you only kind of want to play, but you would also rather be doing other stuff.
I think that's the same commercial where it was like, it's the official console of the NFL or some crap like that. I was like, so does that mean they're the official console of EA too? Because didn't they buy the NFL or some crap? So I was like, I don't know how this works anymore, but like, this is weird. But yeah, I think that's like the one time I actually saw a commercial and all the time that the console is supposed to get released. But I've seen like all these PS4 commercials, like the Perfect Day one's been airing quite a bit and stuff, and then there was like the contest that they had with the Taco Bell one and all that other stuff, so I don't know, it's weird. Because I didn't even remember when the release date for the Xbox One was, so that happened too.
Yeah, just so you guys know, we're at like over 2 hours as far as this episode, so
my. That's Tiger Fox's fault.
Whenever you want to like switch gears and do the Black Friday thing, or like not even do that, whatever the plan is, just let me know.
You know what? We'll switch gears really quick, because the thing is, Black Friday this year kind of sucks.
It does. I've seen the ads.
Like, it feels like a clearance sale. I think retailers really want to get rid of this generation, because, like, interest seems, on their end, seems to have waned. So when you go look at these Black Friday ads, most of them, they look like these are the games that we bought a lot of last Christmas. And now we have so many of them that we're willing to sell them to you for $10 or $15. Or just like, like none of the game deals seem that good. There's nothing that I look at as like, oh my gosh, that's amazing for gamers. I've seen deals that are amazing, but it's like the one I saw was, PS3 with The Last of Us and Arkham Origins. It's like, those are two fairly good games. And it's just like, but, gamers, we all have those games. Or at least we all have a PlayStation 3 already.
Yeah.
So who is this for? Yeah.
See, I think the interesting thing about like the hardware this year is like, even though like the deals aren't that great, is like, since next gen is not backwards compatible, it's like, you ever wanted to jump ship to try some of the exclusives, like now's like, well, I guess you could still wait until next year because it'd like be even cheaper, but now's a good time too.
Yeah.
At least for PS3, because like 360, no good games this year, but The Last of Us and Beyond say otherwise. And Gran Turismo 6 in December, but it's not out yet.
And probably a lot of people now are like trading in stuff to try to upgrade to the next gen, so it's probably a good time to actually pick up a bunch of used games or anything from this generation.
If you're in last gen, it's a buyer's market.
It's probably like the best time to do that, because now it's like, oh, everybody's trading in stuff so they can buy new stuff, so that'd be a good time to do that. And I think GameStop usually has their buy two get one stuff around these times anyway, so that would be
I know Best Buy is doing if you trade in your console, your PS3 or Xbox 360, get a minimum $100 gift card.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could see some people doing that.
Which would make your Xbox...
It's really funny, like, when like those deals were happening of the, like, trade in, like, a PS3 or something and get, like, 90% off at GameStop, I was like, I do have two of these. I could just take the expenses towards PS4. But then it was like, no, I can't.
But then you have to get the PS4, like, pretty soon.
He wants it anyway, so...
I had to re-download all the stuff. It's like, all my bandwidth, no.
But it'd be worth it.
Speaking of that, my PS4 is going to be full very soon.
You just got it.
These games are gigantic.
Yeah, I noticed that from Gamer's stream. Like, it was almost like halfway empty by the time he was done with the stream. I was like, wow, I definitely need to buy a hard drive for this.
Yeah,
I get
like just Ghosts, Battlefield 4, and Shadowfall. That's 150 out of 400. So
for what, the entire game, or just like the installs or something? It's
installs.
Holy
each one is around 50.
crap.
The thing is, though, like at least on PS4, it's very easy to like uninstall and reinstall. So like that's like the good thing.
Oh,
you can just
okay.
just
I
go
was
in
about to say that.
and then like
well, like
uninstall the games.
if you have the disc version. See,
yeah.
It's a weird thing. Like, you think that they want to go all digital, but it's like, that's impossible right now.
The games are ginormous, which is why I was talking about before a couple weeks ago, digital is not the future until we can get past these infrastructure issues and bandwidth caps.
Out on more digital.
That's a lot of data to be downloading.
You got yourself some Google Fiber,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if all the people who say digital is inevitable are still saying that right now. Because, if sizes had stayed the same, then maybe we would be going all digital right now. But they didn't. They increased, like, 5-fold. And the only reason they were that small before was because 360 used DVDs. And now everyone's on Blu-ray, so, like, we have 50 to 100 gigs of space to use. Why not fill it with the highest resolution textures and videos that we can possibly cram in there? And it's like, and then they do it. And then, I bought 3 digital games. It's like, well, that's almost half my hard drive. And then there's all these free-to-play ones, so that's the rest of it. And then, any disc games, they have to be installed too. And that's like 50 gigs each, maybe. So another, 4 or 5 games. And
how big's the hard drive?
Totally full. Usable space is like 400 gigs or so. 408 gigs, I think.
Like I said, invest in a 1 terabyte SATA 2 laptop.
I don't even know if that's enough.
I agree. I think 1 terabyte's not even enough now.
Oh my!
File sizes are ridiculous.
I need 8 terabytes. I don't think that even exists.
Lot. I feel like
I have to daily change 4 2-terabyte hard drives, which I think are the largest in existence right now.
Oh my!
Yeah, like, you probably haven't seen, my PS3 is so full. I have so many digital games that I think less than 50% of them are on my actual system at a time because I can't fit them.
That is ridiculous.
And that one is a 500 gig hard drive. Or I think it's like a 600 something, and formatting and stuff. So yeah, around 500 usable gigs. And right now I think it has 9 gigs available. And I was thinking, like, man, in order to have that kind of collection on my PS4, I need like 8 terabytes.
I guess the thing, at least on PS4, that could like save that is Gaikai if it does work. So we'll see.
That's true. But yeah, Gaikai. You know, the one thing that gives me pause now is Resogun is 60 native on the PS4, but when you stream it to Vita, it becomes 30 frames, and so it's still playable. It's just not a 60 frame game, and so. You know, how are they going to overcome that? Since nothing streams at 60 frames right now, basically.
Maybe they'll be the first Trioptical.
Well, two things that brings to mind. One is, maybe Gaikai will enable it, and then we'll just be like in the 60 frame heaven, and they can stream everything on the PS4. Or, dang, I forget.
Did you just get shot?
Or, oh no, you know how in the PS3 generation, HD remasters, HD remixes were the thing? Mm-hmm. Perhaps in the PS4 generation, high frame rate editions will be the thing. Because actually, it would be really cool to see, say, Heavenly Sword, you know, even the original game remastered for the PS4. Because there were some technical hiccups in that one. You know, that it would suddenly become really bogged down by the hundreds of soldiers. So it's like,
no, that would be strange for them to do, because it's like, it's one thing, like the HD difference between the PS2 and the PS3, but it's like, for a PS3 to PS4 jump, I'm not sure how I feel about.
That's what I'm talking about with the high refresh rate. So instead of HD remasters, they would be high frame rate remasters, or something more catchy that marketing people would come up with. Smooth edition.
I'm not sure that would sell me on it, but yeah.
I think it'd be really cool, actually. Because that's what it felt like when I was playing Battlefield 4 again. I was like, this feels...
The 60 up club will be no less than 60 frames per second.
Because it was like, yeah, Battlefield 4 on PS4 feels like a remastered version of the PS3 game. Because they're basically the same, except it performs so much better. And
HF HD. High frame rate definition.
Hufta.
HF HD.
You should trademark that.
I know, before it's too loud.
I just...
Because you're going to kick yourself if they actually use that, and it's like, son of a bitch.
The gigahertz.
It'll probably be like 4K compatible. Because 4K TVs that are coming out.
Yeah. Man. I actually would get a remastered version of Heavenly Sword.
Yeah.
Or any of that early launch stuff that was pretty good. It just had, you know, technical blemishes.
Mirror's Edge.
Yeah.
So yeah, Black Friday's gonna suck this year for gamers.
Yeah.
Are they getting anything?
That's sad. Yeah, that's true. I think we should check in was it no new games next year?
Oh yeah, the moratorium on game purchases next year.
What I did this year. It's actually quite doable.
Like, I think it would be really cool to actually, go and spend time with the games that I have. And
well, for you, yes.
Yeah, like, you know I have enough to last me a year. But the problem is, I want Infamous, dang it. If the order comes out, my gosh. And now they announced the new Uncharted. You know that's Uncharted coming out next year.
Well, Tropical, you need to beat at least one or two of your games before you go buying any new ones. It's like, come on now. Come on.
Who's going to beat Mass Effect 3 first, me or Trioptical? Come on, let's.
Well, it's very likely going to be you. I can almost guarantee that. So,
do I have to?
Did he even finish 2 yet? Because I mean,
do I have to play through all of them to get that ending, or?
See, this is what we're talking. This is what I'm talking about.
Because I beat the first one, and if I can find that save file, I can import that into the second one. Because I have, or no, I don't have Mass Effect 3 on PC. Wait, do I?
See, this is just
I don't know. Steam sales make it all crazy.
Yeah, Mass Effect 3 is only on the region on PC.
Oh, that's right. So, yeah.
That's why I never play it. Weird.
I would have finished Mass Effect 3 had I had the save files, but it's like I don't want to... It just doesn't feel the same just playing it fresh on PS3.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, yeah.
So the only way is... Because I have Mass Effect 3 on PS3, and I have Mass Effect 2, but I would need to make space to be able to download it.
I just want to say... Because you have like a billion other games on there.
All I would have to do is get Mass Effect 1, and then I could... We can race. You want to race? You want to race through Mass Effect?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I can. My money's on Joe.
A mission. I know. Like I don't even know where my console is.
See, I just want to say, like, hey.
If only we could race each other and like have it screen by screen and live stream it. Like that'd be something really cool to do for like the Extra Life charity or something.
Oh yeah, that would be really cool. So, well, Tekken, is it doable like to finish all 3 in 24 hours?
I don't think so.
No.
Like,
well, you probably
if you skip enough stuff,
skip everything.
Even if you skip everything though, in 24 hours, I don't think you can finish all 3. You can finish the first one.
You get pretty close to it.
Maybe the second one, but the third one, no, I don't think so.
No,
really?
You get pretty close, I feel.
Man. You think so?
These are some pretty expensive games, so yeah.
Wait, RPG, did you finish all 3?
I finished the first 2. I started the third one, but since I don't have my save file on the PS3, then I'm like, I don't know if I want to play, because it's not the same without my horrible decisions that I made in the previous 2 games. Plus, that means what's-her-face might still be alive in the third one, and I don't like, so she knows what she did. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder if Rex will still be dead.
No, I think the default decisions it gives you is Rex is dead and you get Kaiden. But I didn't do a Dude Shepherd, so it might default to actually if you pick Dude Shepherd.
Oh, and the third one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I would definitely start from the first one. But if we were just racing through the third one, I could do that too. It would probably be very confusing. I don't know who any of these people are.
What's happening right now?
Okay, let's go kill collectors.
It's like, what the hell's a Reaper?
What's a collector?
Yeah, no, see, exactly. What are these things? Yeah.
Are these the electronic zombies?
Those no. It's not what those are at all.
But they look like they have lightning on their skin, and they're running at you all zombie-ish.
Yeah,
those are
just like that. Just like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Alright. We'll see. If I find my console, and I will start. And then, you will know that it is on.
Yeah, I'm still gonna buy new games next year, so that's all on them. But yeah.
See, I think the thing is like I could like modify my rule from like 1 game a month to like 1 game a year next year, just to like see like what comes out before E3, and then it's like whatever, I'll wait until E3, and then like after E3, I'm like, okay, let's see what's the 1 game I'm going to get this year. Because, like, besides Destiny, what else is there that I'm so excited about now? Not much, so...
Actually, yeah, well...
After the Watch Dogs delay, I'm kind of like, F you, Ubisoft. F you.
I think I could do it for console games. Because,
Yeah, Steam Sale.
Yeah.
Steam Sale is an exemption.
It would be really...
They don't count.
It would be really hard.
It's not... That's cheating. Can't.
But,
I don't play them anyway, so yeah.
Because
I just collect those.
It would kind of work out, like, if Black Friday next year is sort of like this year's, then it's, then there will be sort of good deals, because, like, games from January would be really cheap in November.
Yeah.
And so maybe until, besides Infamous and Steam sales before November, maybe I could go with not buying any new games and just seeing how many games I can get through.
Yeah, I feel like
that might be kind of cool, actually.
You can't do it. I have no faith in you. But you haven't given me any evidence to the contrary.
I mean, right now, I'm totally good on PS4 games.
That's because there aren't any more for you to get. Why?
It's like the only one I wish I kind of had is NBA 2K14, but
I hate that commercial.
Since that's yearly, it's like, well, I can just get it next year.
Or can you?
Oh, but I want Into the Nexus. Oh wait, it's still this year.
I was about to say that is.
Dang it! No,
because you don't have enough games.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll buy new games for all of us, and I'll play them. So there you go.
Yeah, RPG won't be the only person talking about what they've been playing. That actually came out that year, next year. Me and Trioptical will be like, oh, it's just, old stuff that was in my backlog. I completely forgot I had this game, but it's pretty awesome.
It's like I played Ace Combat 2. It's like, didn't I get it from the PlayStation? What the hell? It's a big backlog.
Our podcast would be more popular. Because it would certainly be unique. I don't think a lot of podcasts would be talking about, or gaming podcasts in particular, would be talking about games that came out at the launch of the PS3. Because I don't think I ever finished Lair. So
yeah, I didn't finish Heavenly Sword either, so I need to go back and finish that.
Oh, yeah, see? That game is awesome.
I also need to play through Uncharted 1 through 3 so I can be amped for 4, because I got stuck on 1. So.
I finished the second one, and never played the first and the third one, even though I have them, which doesn't make sense when I think about it. But
luckily 3 is free with the Plus, so I was like, yeah, I got this one.
So yeah, we should get, like, the Twitch keys, and then we can just fill up Aimless Podcast Twitch with backlog. What were we going to call it?
Backlog be done.
Backlog be done. That's right.
You guys certainly have enough games to do it, so it wouldn't be... I just wish I had better internet, then I could at least stream stuff.
I just need to buy a new DualShock 2 because mine are all old and busted. So, yeah.
I had to buy a new blue one, like, not too long ago, because my first one finally gave up the ghost. So.
Want a gold one.
They seem a little gaudy.
Like gold.
Is that a thing?
Apparently that's a thing. Like, you can't get gold iPhones in China because they're all gone.
I'm going to ask some of my...
Really?
I'm going to ask some of my other Asian friends about that. And like, so, what are your stances on gold?
That was kind of funny.
I don't know about American Asians. But,
the midnight launch of the PS4, one of my customers was like, so, do you have any gold controllers? And I was like, what?
It's like, what are
black.
you, Asian?
That's all you get. You're just getting the black one. Deal with it. What? I'm like, the freaking console just comes out in an hour. It's not even out yet.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it's like the console just launched. It's like, it's not how this works, guys.
No, we don't have the colors yet. I can go to the back and spray paint one if you'd like. That's the champagne color.
You should have. I would have been okay with that.
That would have been funny.
Yeah. It's like, here you go. It's like still dripping or something.
Have fun.
Look, golden finger.
Nice. Here's a super ultra rare white one. Oh, look, this one's colored tungsten. Enjoy.
Oh, in a minute.
Yeah, Trioptical, there was like a add-on for one of the NBA 2K games for like gold jewelry I saw on the Xbox Live Marketplace.
Oh, really?
It made me think of that when you said that. Like every week when I'm doing my like weekly deals video, it's like on there like, oh, here's this NBA 2K DLC for gold jewelry. I was like, what? It's like $1. I'm like, who buys this?
Apparently, Tropical and Asians. Apparently. Although I'm assuming wearing jewelry and playing basketball doesn't seem like a good idea at all. Because they might snatch your chain and stuff. Might get caught.
But I do want a red DualShock 4 because it looks awesome. It looks like it reminds me of Optimus Prime. Well, I mean, it's sort of.
Starscream's red too.
Is he?
Yeah, red and blue.
Not even the newer ones. He's not.
Oh well, G1.
He's kind of.
Well, actually, it's like red and gray. But whatever.
Yeah, the picture is sort of misleading because it has the light bar illuminated, so it's not usually on, but it's illuminated in the picture. And when in all the pictures, it's always blue, and then the top shell is red, and then the bottom shell is black, and it's just like, it looks so cool.
Don't worry, I mean, by next year we probably have a few different colored ones, so...
I mean, they've said that the blue one and the red one are coming out here. It's like, well, come on, where are they? Dang it.
I don't really like the color blue or red, though. I mean, that's what I'm saying, because, like, I usually wouldn't even buy a different color controller if I didn't have to, because I mean black and silver are my favorite color, and since they already come in black, it's like there's no point otherwise. So,
I first noticed the issue with Wavebirds, because Wavebirds in the beginning were all the same color, and then they were sort of the first wireless controller that anyone thought was any good, and it was just like, how do you know which player you are? Wavebirds have no indicator lights on them.
Just hope for the best. And never play Mario Party with your friends. So.
Red.
No. Just no. Or you could just do what Joe said. Just go spray paint it or something.
I have seen a lot of custom ones online, and they do look awesome. But too much skill. I just assembled a mailbox this morning.
Oh, they don't just come assembled? Is that not a thing anymore? Or?
No, well, we probably shouldn't draw the podcast on and on. You can hear about it in the offline. Or in
our behind
the scenes.
Okay, so I guess we'll sign off.
Yes. Who will win in the race to the end of Mass Effect 3? Tiger Fox?
Yeah, I have a list of Black Friday stuff, but I'll save it for the behind the scenes stuff. So like you'll see it on the archive on the YouTube or whatever. So yeah, but it won't be in the weekly upload. So you know. You're not missing out though, because like Dr. said, those are sucky, so yeah.
They are. Which kind of disappoints me, because I was hoping to pick up...
There's like literally a couple good deals, like two. Like a couple, like 1 and 2. But yeah, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, wherever else on the internet we're at.
And the actual site itself, of course.
AimlessPodcast.com, yeah. So, let's see what the announcers say if this was an episode of, I mean, for this episode of Aimless Babble Z, what do the announcers say? So, who will return on the next episode when we come back from a week of hiatus because we will not be here? Will we have our heroes reunite yet again for a full cast, or...
No, I already know after what that was the afternoon, I'm sorry. Spoiler alert!
Will Trioptical finish any of his PS4 launch titles? Will Gamer pick up an Xbox One? Who knows? Find out on the next episode of Aimless Babble Z.
Just another quiet day.